Tonight, we're broadcasting here from Bowl Studios, Little Tokyo, downtown Los Angeles, and we are here with Tony and Mike from Evasive Motorsports, and they're about to give us the rundown of their trip to Tsukuba Time Attack. Right?
Perfect.
Okay. I think we're doing this. Let's go. It's our first time in Japan running a race car at Tsukuba. Usually we're there to shop around, spectate, but now we're like involved. We're part of what's going on over there, so that makes it different. Yeah, I mean, HKS played a huge role. They basically, without HKS and the help of Keisuke, he was the one that basically put everything together. Our transportation, our hotel, you know, it's all Keisuke.
私の名前は、森田圭介です。今回イベーシブの車を、日本に持ってくるのは、HKS としても北米のマーケットっていうのは非常に大切な、マーケットで、その中でイベーシブモータースポーツは HKS のプロディーラーとして、今まで活動してきていただきました。で一緒に彼らのイベーシブの FRS に HKS のスーパーチャージャーをつけて、アメリカの国内でハイクスピークでのアタックや、いろんなサーキットでのタイムアタックっていう活動を通して HKS 製品もアピールしてきていただいて、さらに結果もいろいろと残してきていただきました。
First day was actually not
it was
too bad.
chill.
Scuba, we've been before, so it's having our car there makes the difference. You know what I mean? It's one thing. For example, it's one thing to go to a basketball game, but it's another thing to go and play in the game. You know what I mean? Having the car there changes everything. It's almost like it makes us feel like we've never been there before. It's like, wow. Now, I feel like all eyes are on us because. These guys are looking at us like, where do they come from, you know? It was cool. It was surreal. The funny thing is we set up our car to Tsukuba based on video games. That's our only way of testing the car is not like, oh, let's go maybe next week and see if we can dial it in. It's like, oh, Kel, why don't you, Kel's one of our mechanics. So, why don't you go home tonight and play the game and then change the ratio? And then we'll match our real car to the video game because, I mean, what other choice do we have, you know?
So everything is based on a video game.
Hey Rob, are you nervous?
No. Not nervous.
It's cool, no pressure.
No pressure.
Just break the record.
Practice.
Yeah, the first day was just...
It was lax.
It was just like running the car.
See what it does.
And we figured out the car was actually not set up for Tsukuba at all. Everything that we thought would work does not work. We got a lot of work that night because the way the car is set up now is not gonna cut it. We're gonna look stupid if we go to Time Attack Day with this car set up like this. It's just not fast.
So what did you have to do?
So that night we basically came up with a game plan. Change gear ratio again. Changing gear ratio might sound like, oh, okay, Gran Turismo, you select it, it takes 10 seconds. I can change gear ratio, right? In real life, that thing takes 4 hours.
That's a lot of time.
And this is someone who's done it many times.
Yeah.
It takes 4 hours. So, okay, change gear ratio. We're changing the differential, final drive, change the spring rate, change the ride height, change the alignment. So, those things basically took all night. Next thing you know, I was watching from maybe 100 yards back. So I was like, oh cool, a car's coming down. And it never exited that turn. And it's like, oh crap, so I ran over there. I was like, what happened? I was like, I just see a car sitting in a pile of dirt. It was actually fresh manure. It wasn't even dirt.
It's just screwing.
Yeah.
It's just screwing all the grass.
And you guys knocked it the fuck out?
Wow, what the hell is going on? Spent the rest of at least half of the day cleaning it. and it just smelled like shit the whole time. We're like, we got
That's
brooms,
right there.
we got brooms,
Oh man.
shoveling out gravel, shoveling out dirt,
And they have the worst
And we're
brooms
like-
in Japan. Like
we're
they're
like trying to
they're
think-
like sticks.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
but the biggest issue was like, why'd you go in the dirt? The brakes failed, or like what the fuck happened? You know?
And then it actually ran fine the next session.
Nice.
No problem.
Okay.
The next session was actually the best testing session up to date.
Got it.
It was like, we were like, wow, he looked good out there. The car looked fast, like way faster than the day before. Like everything that we've done to the car made a big difference. So we were feeling good.
Nice.
So moving on, we went back to the shop, worked on it all night, got like maybe an hour of sleep.
It's more like lay down for 5 minutes, make sure you don't go to sleep, and then back to the track.
It's like Groundhog Day, but like every day you appear at Tsukuba. Like it's like the third day in a row we're doing the same thing again. The whole time the Japanese announcer was like, I have no idea what he was saying. He was just, yelling, screaming, whatever. Now our car went by and there wasn't any screaming, so I was like, oh, he probably didn't go that fast. He wasn't that excited, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay. So I was upstairs trying to get videos, and I went downstairs, I looked at the screen, I was like, oh, dude, we did a 59 flat. I was like, that was actually the first time we broke a minute.
First session,
Yeah.
we broke the minute. And we're so excited. We're jumping around everywhere.
Because all that work that you
Yeah.
guys just did.
To be honest, like the car, broke a minute. It was a relief because it would suck if we went to Japan and not break a minute. For the longest time, yeah, a minute barrier is like anything under a minute is considered fast. So for us to be able to break that, on our first session, it's like finally we did it. Because up until that point, we couldn't do it in practice, in testing, because we had so many issues. You know what I mean? So like on the test day, when we actually broke a minute, it was like great. Now let's see if we can do better.
That's dope. Okay, so minor tweaks, and then you guys go back out again.
It looked good the first few sectors, and then towards the back, it kind of got quiet, and the car never made it around. Kind of just like coasted back into the pits. So obviously something went wrong, So and it was all due to like electrical issue that caused the ignition fuse to blow, which never happens.
By the time we figured it out, it was already over.
You get left hanging with that feeling like we did a 59 flat. That's great, but I don't think it's time to celebrate because you want to go back and be like, man, I wish we had one more session to prove ourselves that the car could do a 58, possibly a 57. It's like it's that's the thing about time attack. It's like it's never ending because who's to tell you that you can't go 1/10 faster the next time you go out? So for me, it's like it's a bittersweet moment. We would never imagine a car that we built for SEMA would end up in Japan running at Tsukuba. It's done a lot for Evasive as a tuning shop. So I think it's ending on a good note.